We're gonna work shoulders, biceps, and triceps back to back to back. Hey, what's up guys? Gary Walker here with liveanabolic.com and welcome back for another video. This is a really cool video for you guys over 50, all right? I'm gonna give you an at-home full body workout for you guys over 50. I'm gonna take you through and do something for your legs, your chest, back. All you need to set this up, one band and a couple light dumbbells. All right, that being said, let's get started. All right, man, before I get into the actual workout, here's the thing. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. Also, make sure you click on that bell icon. That way you get notified every time we upload a new video. All right, here's the way this workout is gonna go. There's two different circuits. We're gonna do our large body parts first, and you're gonna wanna shoot for 3 rounds, okay? Like I said though, this is geared for beginners. So a lot of this is based on body weight exercises, but when I said 3 rounds, if you are a true beginner and you struggle through the first round, then stop with round 1. Just work your way up to the 3rd round, even if it takes a couple weeks. Do round 1. This is a workout you're gonna be able to do up to 3 times a week. So as long as you have a rest day in between, you can do this on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, a structure similar to that. All right, so if you have to do 1 round of this whole workout the first week, 2 rounds the second week, then 3 rounds the 3rd week, then that's great, as long as you're making progress, all right? So what we're starting with, just standard body weight squats. I like to start with a large muscle group. So body weight squat, basically all you're gonna do, wide stance, toes rotated slightly out, and you want your knees tracking in the same direction that your toes are pointed, all right? Basically all that means is, you see my toes out here, you don't wanna squat with your knees coming this way. That's gonna put way too much strain on your knees. So I like to track them right out there. Knees pointed this way, toe is pointed that way. All right, I usually keep my hands right here. Go as deep as you can comfortably go. Not everybody's gonna be able to go this deep. All right, if you can sit down in this position, then what I'm gonna recommend, if this is your first set, kind of sit here and move around a little bit in this position. That's gonna help get a little blood flow and synovial fluid in those joints, in your hip joints. So it's gonna make this a little bit more comfortable for you. But from this position, you wanna keep an upright torso as much as possible. We're all built a little differently as far as we're all anatomically different. So if you need to actually lean forward to make this work, that's okay. Just keep your core tight, all right? But again, the focus being sink down as low as you can comfortably go, straight back to the top, and then we're gonna do it again. One other point I wanna make, and then I'll get into a few of these reps to show you the cadence you should be working with. You want to use a hip hinge movement, meaning you're getting your butt back, your glutes back first, then you're sinking down into your squat. The reason I point that out, a lot of people tend to bend at the knee first. You'll bend the knee, then drop. That places more stress on your knee. So it's better to break at the hips first, hips back, drop down. 1. Good cadence, controlling the drop, keeping your knees safe. 4. I'll do about 10 of these for you. 5, 6, 7. Again, 12 to 15 reps is what you need to be shooting for. 14. 1 more. All right. Now from there, we're gonna work the back side of our legs. This is gonna be a glute bridge. So basically what you're doing with the glute bridge, I like to get my heels as close to my body, as close to your butt as you can, right back there. And keep your hands across your body. If you need some extra support and you wanna keep your hands to your side, feel free to do that as well. Basically what you're doing is you're pushing your glutes as hard and as high as you can. Squeeze those glutes as hard as you can at the top. Get up as high as you can. 1, all the way down, 2. Go ahead and hold the top position for about 3 seconds, all right? That's 2 reps. all the way up, 1001, 1002, 1003. 1001, 1002, 1003. 1001, 1002, 1003. Every time you're up, your focus is on squeezing your glutes. You'll feel this, the back part of your legs as well. This is a good movement for your hamstrings and your glutes. Do 4 more of these. Let's see the cadence. We'll go 1 more. All right, so we started with the squats, went to the glute bridge, so we've worked a lot of the lower part of our body. Now we're gonna go into a standard push-up. Again, depending on where you are as a beginner. Standard meaning typical push-up here. You want your hands a little wider than shoulder width. You wanna rotate your fingers out slightly, similar to what you did with your toes when you're doing your bodyweight squats. Same thing here. If you have your hands directly forward, that places more stress on your elbows and your shoulders. So create some external rotation by rotating that, rotating out, just like that. From here, you want to keep your spine and neck rigid, and you want to keep your hips straight, meaning you don't want to dip your hips. You don't want to dip your hips and then come down this way. You actually want to go with your chest coming down, up. Nice and tight. Again, as a beginner, if these are difficult, it's okay to get on your knees. Everything else should be the same. As far as the hand placement here, keep that all the same. 4, let's go 1 more. All right, so 12 to 15 there. Next exercise we're gonna be doing, I told you, you're gonna want a resistance band, okay? You wanna anchor this to something heavy. Basically, you can use a sofa leg. You're just gonna do a wrap through. You've got it here. You're gonna pull it and then pull it through this way, okay? This is a unilateral back row. It's gonna work the back. You can do this a couple different ways. You can do it standing. Go ahead and create resistance. Once it starts pulling your shoulder forward, that's a good starting point. From there, straighten your shoulder up. You're gonna have tension in your lats. That's the part of the back we're focused on here. And you're just gonna pull back using the elbow as a driver. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unilateral meaning one side at a time. Once you've done those 12 to 15, then you're gonna come over here and do the same thing. When I said you can do this one of 2 ways, the other is just a seated row. So you can just, it's a different angle. You're still working the lats and center part of your back. You still wanna create that tension, pull. If you're starting here and there's too much laxity here in the rope or in the band, you're not gonna get enough tension. So make sure you're far enough back to instantly create tension. And it's gonna be the same concept, just seated. All right, and you would just finish off the other side. It's the same thing. Let me go ahead and do them just to balance it out. All right, so you remember I said we're gonna do 2 different mini circuits. All right, the first circuit was big muscle groups. So we focused on squats, all right? Squats work your glutes, your quads, your adductors, your insides. So you're working hamstrings. Squats are an overall lower body movement. Then we went into glute bridges, more about the glutes, the butt, and the hamstrings. All right, then we went into push-ups for our chest, and then we just worked our back. So however many rounds you decide to do, whether it be 1 round, 2 rounds, or 3 rounds, you're gonna wanna do all of this pairing that we just did, again, do what I just did, immediately go from the unilateral row right back to bodyweight squat and do the same circuit. Once you're finished with your second round of this unilateral row, then you'll do your third round, okay? 1, 2, or 3, depending on where you're at. Now, your second mini circuit is what I call sleeves, your arm sleeves. We're gonna work shoulders, biceps, and triceps back to back to back. Again, 12 to 15 reps, okay? So for this is where the light dumbbells come from. We're gonna start here with overhead shoulder press. 1, 2, 4, 6, 10, let's go 2 more, 11, 12, straight into a hammer curl. Hammer grip, meaning palms are facing each other, straight up. Nice and slow though on the way down. Make sure you control it on the way down and flex it on the way up. Control it on the way down. Only reason I say that, you'll see people drop the bottom, lift the top, drop the bottom, lift. You want to control the eccentric contraction, which is what that's called, all the way, just as you do the concentric up here. The other thing you want to focus on when you're doing these, shoulders back. Don't round your shoulders forward. Keep your chest out, shoulders back. Let's do 3 more. 2, 3. All right. Now we're going to hit triceps with an overhead tricep extension. So we're going to take the dumbbell directly overhead, bring them right behind your head. Try to keep those elbows pointed forward if you can, and straight back to the top. Again, slowly lower them, just as you did the biceps. Contract them up, lower slowly. Let's go 4 more. 3, 4. All right. So that will be your first in this circuit, first round. You're gonna go straight into your second round. As soon as you do the overhead, then you go straight back in overhead tricep extensions. You're gonna go straight back into your shoulder press, then hammer curls, then these same tricep extensions. Same amount of rounds that you did with your big body groups, muscle groups, big body part or big muscle groups, you wanna do for your smaller shoulders, biceps, and triceps. All right, but that's all you gotta do. 2 circuits, up to 3 rounds, 12 to 15 of every exercise. All we use, really light dumbbells and a resistance band. Doesn't take a lot to get a full body workout in. Keep in mind, as a beginner, we're all starting at a different place. This may be hard for you, it may be too easy for you, so kind of gauge it and go at your own pace, but make sure you're pushing yourself and really focus on challenging yourself. And make sure you're making progressions. Like I said, you could do this 3 times a week. So if you did this once or twice, rounds this week, next week, try to get that 3rd round in. After that, if you have a little bit heavier dumbbells, or to make the resistance harder on a resistance band, all you have to do here, for instance, if you started with this positioning and this starts getting easy for you, take a step back. That's gonna create even more resistance. So that's the cool benefit with the resistance bands. You can create more distance to give you more resistance. But man, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, let me know. If you have any questions about any of these exercises at all, also leave me a comment in the comment section. We'll get those questions addressed. Other than that, man, that's all that I got. Get busy, get after it, and God bless.